Hi everybody, welcome back to Hannah's Decodes. I'm Hannah. Hope you've all had a good week. Today I'm going to do another mudra because I'm kind of really liking just using more tools that are very simple and easy for us to benefit ourselves. And I think when we can use our bodies to benefit our lives in many levels, it's really helpful and so simple, and you can just you can do all these things while you're sitting on a train or bus, or you're anytime in the office, whatever. But first of all, I thought I'd just chat about my dreams. I've been having for a long time dreams I can't really remember that are of me in kind of quite big cities, and sometimes they feel like foreign cities, and I'm trying to get to a place, but I've left something behind and I have to get it. And so that's obviously stuff that is going on in my mind that I feel subconsciously it feels like a little bit lost. But last night I had a really funny dream. I dreamt that I was somewhere outdoors with my family, and there was a play an outdoor play of the television series MASH. That's an American show, and it was about doctors and nurses in Vietnam, I think. And anyway, so this play was on, and my mother was with me. And before they started the play, they said, this young man who was one of the actors, he has some kind of disability and he may need some help with his words or something from previous actors, the actors around him, so they might prompt him a little bit. And my mum was there, and she, like, the play was almost like a Shakespearean script. It was really weird. And my mum happened to know all the play word by word. And she was assisting this guy who needed a little bit of help, but didn't need much help. And she kept saying his lines before him, and you could tell that he was getting really annoyed. So he was kind of getting frustrated with her. And then he said, right, why are you doing this? As a kind of a joke, we're going to have audience participation. And he grabbed Mum out of the audience, and she had to go up, and she's like, no, I don't want to do this. Anyway, I knew it was my mum's probably worst nightmare to be a part of audience participation. So I was just there laughing. Anyway, so it was a funny dream. And I was kind of thinking what has shifted from a lot of these dreams that I can't really remember, but they have the same feel and stuff. It's gone on for maybe a year or so. And I've been doing I've been really enjoying painting, and I didn't paint much last year because we were selling the house and busy and doing stuff. So I've been doing some really nice small paintings and really enjoying it. So maybe I feel a bit more on track or something. But anyway, I thought I'd share my dream. Yeah, my mum's worst nightmare, audience participation. So anyway, so we'll start the mudras. And this is Gertrude Hirschy, HIRSCHI mudras card pack. And today we're going to do the Durga mudra. And the Durga refers to, I think it's an Indian goddess. So I find with lots of spiritual tools and stuff, you can tune it to your own thing. So you don't have to put the Indian goddess in it if you don't want to. But this is the hand position, and it's called courage. Show yourself what's in you. And I'll read it to you. This anti-panic mudra is dedicated to the invincible goddess Durga. She rides a snarling lion, and in each of her many hands she holds a weapon. These she uses to terrible effect, killing her enemies or putting them to flight. That doesn't sound very nice, does it? But anyway, each to their own. She's a goddess. In a case of panic attack, it is important to restrain your inhalation and intensify your exhalation. Keep your hands tightly pressed, stand with slightly bent knees, and concentrate on the soles of your feet. Visualize yourself as the weapon, yielding screeching Durga. Your appearance alone will ensure the respect of the others. Does this conception simply make you chuckle? All the better. So you can take it as seriously or not as you want to. And there's a little mantra: what tries to frighten me is nothing more than a ghost, which I chase away with a single glance. So I did this the other day, and occasionally, I find with some of these mudras, occasionally I find myself doing something like that with my thumbs and all like that. That's sort of more of a protection one. But that is, if your thumb, in palmistry, I think your thumb is like your soul. So perhaps this is protecting the kind of essence of your soul, of your being. So, and what they were talking about in the card, you're standing with knees slightly bent, feet on the ground. That to me is ground, like a relaxed grounding position. So, so to me, so you don't have to take on board the Durga goddess stuff. You can just use this as a tool to relax yourself and center yourself and get into some quiet power. So just do that. It's pretty easy. Thumb in between the pointer and the middle finger, like that. I've got a little bird out in the courtyard looking at me, having a little sit. Anyway, so just let's take a couple of deep breaths. And if you want to, stand in that position, because I've done it and it feels quite good. And it keeps popping into my mind, a good kind of situation to use something like this is perhaps like for a job interview, when you just kind of want to be centered in your body and connected to your higher self, which is sort of takes you out of that fight and flight kind of feeling. Okay, so let's do this, and we'll do the quantum breath. So I've just got my hands on my lap like this. So from underneath your feet, imagine a ball of light, silvery gold light. And as you breathe in, take your awareness up to a ball of light above your head. It's silvery gold. And then gently down to your middle and out through your hands and your middle area. So to do this breath, you just use a little bit of imagination. If it's too much or complicated imagining, just breathe gently. So just pause there if you'd like to continue. I found that like a really solid feeling within my body, almost like, solid and strong. So that was interesting, and maybe a little bit of conviction for something. I don't know. Yeah, I think if your body feels that strong and solid, there's conviction or something that permeates somehow. Not sure why or how. So I thought that was really good. And the last week was, I've mixed up all the cards. Last week we did all in one, one in all. I don't know if you remember. And that was that pose with one, I think the right finger's up and the left fingers down, or vice versa. I'll have to read it. Anyway, wondering how you went with that one, because that was really powerful, and I felt like I really needed to sit with that quietly. And also sometimes when you do something as powerful as that one, and that was called the Jhana Chin Mudra, I think this, and it's called the Seal of Teaching and Knowledge. I think it's nice to do a little clearing with a sound bowl, or some smudging. Just clear the house, clear your energy, and so you can sit with it and explore it a bit more deeply. So that's about wisdom. And I felt like when I did that one last week, it was like there was so much information that in this little physical vessel that we have, our body here, it was a bit overwhelming. So I think before you do that, for me anyway, a little bit of clearing and opening up so I can experiment with it a bit, I suppose. Okay guys, so that's it, and I hope you have a good week, and I'll see you next week. And if you'd like to, please like, share and subscribe. Okay, thanks so much. Bye.